Hi guys, this is Sabine from ZenNumerostar.com. Today's video is based on some of my clients' experience who come to me at the last resort after they've been trying to manifest their SP or specific person and want to give up. Not only do they want to give up, they also feel miserable to have wasted so much time. So what can you do if you find yourself in the same predicament? Before jumping into today's topic, I'd like to announce that I have now finished writing the book on how you can manifest your SP back, your ex back. But because English is not my first language, it's been sitting with my proofreader for a few days now. So as soon as she comes back to me with the book proofread, I will put it on. To be honest with you, I am quite happy about the book I've written because I think I have managed to capture your biggest issues when manifesting your SP back, and I have answered them the best I can, especially since I've had gone through the same issues myself from time to time. Okay, so coming back to today's video and to the reasons why you still haven't manifested your SP back, there are a few reasons that can explain the predicament you're facing. I've chosen 3 reasons for this video. Number 1, you've been trying to manifest your SP back. So how does it look like? Well, first of all, by trying, I mean using all sorts of techniques and persisting in resorting to techniques. Funny enough, when we are in a session, I never talk about techniques, or rarely. When I talk about affirmations and inner conversations, those are things that you do all the time and they are not techniques per se. You don't need tools because it is in your head. Guys, remember that what you need to do is just to correct your perceptions, your opinions about your situation, and accept that if it is humanly possible, then it can only be possible also for you. Until you are in receiving mode, you will use techniques hoping that one of them will work out in your favor, but in vain. Because techniques are not manifesting, techniques are only tools to have you be or stay in a certain state, and keep a certain momentum, and ideally as necessary as possible and as often as possible. And that's all. Reason number 2, you've been waiting for your SP to be back. And by doing so, you've put your life on hold. Maybe you have stopped socializing even because you don't feel like talking about your situation. If that is your case, you can redirect the conversation or bluntly explain that you don't want to talk about it, your life, your decisions. Now think about it for a minute. If you were in a relationship with your SP right now, what activities would you have? What thoughts would you have? How would you feel? If you feel miserable right now because you've been waiting for someone and you believe that you have wasted your time, I'm afraid that you might have just done just that. Look, all is not lost. To be honest, I used to be the champion of testing my resilience myself. After a while, I thought I was wasting not only my time, but also my life. And I hadn't done anything wrong to be wasting my life, so no more, thank you very much. I started going out and resumed activities I enjoyed. I resumed learning new stuff. I called some friends again. Now think about it for a minute. If your SP is coming back tonight with a proposal, what do you think he will think if you're crying on your sofa, all miserable because he didn't propose 5 minutes ago? You see where this is going. If you let yourself go because your SP is not with you right this instant, this is not you living in the end. This is only you living in the end of the relationship and grieving it. That's okay too, as long as you grieve and get back on your feet, wanting to recreate the version of you who is in receiving mode and recreate the version of your SP who is so happy to be in a relationship with you. These are the main chapters in my book, by the way. Reason number 3, you might not be able to recognize and realize that you're barking in the wrong tree, but you persist in taking your cues from your 3D. So, actually, you may be surprised how many clients come back to me, even after one or a couple of sessions, to update me on the situation, except that they update me on what happens in their 3D. Your 3D is only the sum of your past thoughts and feelings associated with those thoughts and focus. So as long as you consider your 3D to be the only reality there is, you are bound to feel only frustrated. What happens is that your 3D reality is only the second reality. It is the feedback of what you've been believing into all along. Your SP can only come back to you when you accept that fact, especially if you're still hurt about the situation. Understand that circumstances can change very, very quickly as long as you focus your attention where it matters. And my friend, what matters has never been, is not, and will never be your 3D. It is the inner work we coaches keep mentioning, and that has nothing to do with the 3D, but only with your thoughts and the way you feel about them. Trust me, if it works for others, if it works for me, it will work for you. Don't persist if you focus on the wrong stuff. Persisting is not a challenge in itself. It is critical that you persist by focusing on the right things while following your joy. Thank you for watching this video. A thumbs up would be great, and I welcome your comments. As you know, I'm going to release the new book very, very quickly. Well, I think that my proofreader will be ready this week, in fairness, so any time now. And what I would suggest you do is that from, not tomorrow probably, because I would have received it by now, but on Tuesday, I think you can start having a look at my website to see if I have added a new category called books, because it will be then that you will know that I have added the book into that category. Now, all I can do is thank you for watching this video. As you know, I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. And on that note, happy manifesting.